Look at one standard result, Amma. Very important result. 1 plus secant theta into 1 plus secant 2 theta into 1 plus secant 2 square theta and so on. Product of terms. Secant 2 power n theta. Secant 2 power n theta. This result tan tan 2 power n theta into cot theta by 2. Arjun? Look at this result. So 2 power 0 theta, 2 power 1 theta, 2 square theta, and so on 2 power n theta. So this formula you remember, tan of 2 power n theta into cot theta by 2. So that final term is there. There you have to find the end. There you have to find the n value. It can be done. You prove it. It can be done by writing 1 by cos theta, 1 by cos 2 theta, and so on. So take the theorem for this. Remember this one. Suppose how the example will be. Okay. Suppose how the example will be. Look at. Look at how the example will be. Look at. So if you look at here, for using that formula, take theta equal first one theta 1 plus secant theta 1 plus secant 2 theta 1 plus secant 4 theta. So last one is what? 2 square. Therefore n equal to 2. Therefore n equal to 2. Okay. I'm adjusting them. Look at theta equal 20 degree. 1 plus secant theta, 2 theta, 4 theta. So n equal to 2. So in this formula n equal to 2 means you will get tan of 2 power n. 2 power n. That means 2 square into theta. Just substitute in the formula this. That means tan 4 theta. 4 into 20 is what? 80 degree. Into cot theta by 2. Cot theta by 2 means 10 degree. Right? So this is the one. So now tan 80 is nothing but 90 degree minus 10 degree into cot 10 degree. That means tan of 90 minus 10, you can write it as cot 10 degree into cot 10 degree. That means cot square 10 degree is the answer. Like that, whenever 1 plus secant, 1 plus secant, 1 plus secant, like that it is given. So 2 power 0 theta, 2 power 1 theta, 2 square theta. Finally, you take n and then substitute in this rule. Look at. Let the problem is given like this. Let Fn of theta equals to tan theta by 2 into 1 plus secant theta into 1 plus secant 2 theta and so on 1 plus secant 2 power n theta. Suppose it is given like this, look at. Then he is asking the value f2 of pi by 16 plus f4 of pi by 64 equal to dash. So numerical answer, look at here. Fn of theta is given like this. So from here to here our formula is there. Therefore, Fn of theta is nothing but tan theta by 2 into from here to here formula. Tan of 2 power direct formula. So this type of question is given in IIT into cot theta by 2. So tan theta by 2, this is 1 by tan theta by 2. This will get cancelled. So Fn of theta is nothing but tan 2 power n theta. So given Fn of theta means nothing here. Look at. So here n is there, theta is there. Now what is asking F2 of first value I am calculating. Look at. This means n equal to 2. Theta equal to pi by 16. Here you substitute. Tan this is 2 square, n is 2 and theta is pi by 16. That means 4 into pi by 16. That means tan pi by 4, that is 1. Here like this given means n equal to 2, theta equal to pi by 16. Suppose if you have to calculate f4 of pi by 64. That means here n equal to 4, theta equal to pi by 64. Theta equal to pi by 64. In this, if you substitute tan 2 power 4 into pi by 64. So your answer will be 16 into pi by 64. That is tan pi by 4 1. So therefore this answer will be 1 plus 1. That is 2. Like that he will ask. Very important formula this one. So 2 power 0 theta, 2 power 1 theta and so on 2 power n theta. This is the formula. So in some cases it will be asked like this, in some cases directly it will be asked like this. So if you don't remember the formula, it will become difficult problem. This you can prove it, take it as assignment. 1 by cos theta. If you take the LCM, 1 plus cos theta divided by cos theta. In every case, write 1 plus cos A equal to 2 cos square A by 2. Then you will get the rule easily. Next. Next is here sine alpha. Look at plus sine of alpha plus beta plus sine of alpha plus 2 beta plus and so on. N sines will be there. Alpha plus n minus 1 beta. Here sum of how many sines? N sines. N sine, n sines, n sines. Here angles, inside angles, look at. Inside angles are, look at, n sines are, this is first sine, second sine, third sine and so on, nth sine. Angles if you see, alpha plus beta, alpha plus 2 beta and so on, alpha plus n minus 1 beta. They are in AP clearly. Look at this minus this is what angles are in AP. This minus this is what beta. Like the 10th term is alpha plus n minus 1 into beta. So angles will be in AP. Angles in be in AP. So here first angle means alpha. First term in AP is alpha. Common difference. Common difference is, look at, second angle minus first angle. Second angle minus first angle. Common difference is beta. Common difference is what? Beta. If you look at here, all signs will be there n terms. First angle is alpha, second angle is alpha plus beta, third angle is alpha plus 2 beta, last angle is alpha plus n minus 1 into beta. These angles will be in AP. These angles will be in AP and n sines will be there. In that first angle is alpha and then common difference is nothing but common difference of angles is nothing but beta. Number of sines equal to n. Number of sines. Number of sines. And that means sine theta like that. Number of sines equal to n. Then required sum formula is, okay, formula you need to remember this one. Sine of, whenever the angles are in AP, n minus 1 into beta by 2 into sine n beta by 2. N beta by 2 divided by sine beta by 2. The sum of n terms is nothing but formula is sine of alpha plus n minus 1 into beta by 2 into sine n beta by 2 divided by sine beta by 2. This formula you remember. Here what is alpha? Alpha is just first angle. First sign is there, that angle. Beta is nothing but the second angle minus first angle. N is nothing but number of sides. Look at first angle is alpha, common difference angle. Second angle minus first angle is beta. Number of sides. If three sides are there, take n equal to 3. Like that, when the angles are in AP and n sides are there, we will use this rule for finding that sum. Similarly, cos alpha, same angles will be there, cos. Look at here, n causes are there. Here, instead of sine, cos is there. Now n angles are there. Alpha plus beta, alpha plus 2 beta, alpha plus n minus 1 beta. Angles are in AP. Angles are in AP. So this sum formula is, look at, cos of formula is n minus 1 into beta by 2. This and this same you will get. Sin n beta by 2 divided by sin beta by 2. Here only change is if sum of sines is there, here you will get sine. This is same. Here you will get cos. So sin n beta by 2 is here. Here also sin n beta by 2 is there. Sin beta by 2 is there. Sin beta by 2 is there. Now how to use is, if sines are given, all sines, and the angles if you observe, they are in AP, then you have to use this rule. So for that you need to calculate what is alpha, first angle, and then beta. Beta is nothing but second angle minus first angle. Beta is nothing but second angle minus first angle. N is nothing but number of sines or number of causes. If 4 causes are there, you take n equal to 4. If n causes are there, you take n equal to n, like that. Suppose take an example. Okay. Take an example of how to use these rules. Pi by 11 plus 3 pi by 11 plus cos 5 pi by 11 plus cos 7 pi by 11 plus cos 9 pi by 11. Suppose take an example here. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 causes are there. If you look at the angles, pi by 11, take the angles. 5 pi by 11, 7 pi by 11, 9 pi by 11. If you look at, angles are in AP. This is this minus this is 2 pi by 11, 2 pi by 11, 2 pi by 11, 2 pi by 11. Common difference is same. That means angles are in AP. Now take alpha. Alpha is nothing but first angle. Beta is nothing but common difference. Common difference is nothing but second angle minus first angle. 2 pi by 11. And how many causes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now alpha you know, beta you know, n you know. In this formula you substitute. So therefore required sum equals to, just substitute in this rule, cos of cos of alpha means pi by 11. Alpha means pi by 11 plus n minus 1. N minus 1, 4 into beta is 2 pi by 11 divided by 2 divided by n minus 1 into beta by 2. Now look at here, you will get sine n 5 into 5 into beta means 2 pi by 11 divided by 2. Just I am substituting in the formula, divided by sine beta is 2 pi by 11 divided by 2. Just substitute in that formula whatever it is there. So now if you look at 2 ones, 2 twos, 2 ones, 2 twos, pi by 11, and this is 4 pi by 11. Look at pi by 11 plus 4 pi by 11. You will get 5 pi by 11. So 2 cancel. Sine pi by 11. Sine 5 pi by 11. So this 2 will get cancelled, divided by sine pi by 11. This, now what I am doing is, here if this is a 2 sine a cos a is there, I am multiplying and dividing with 2. 2 sine 5 pi by 11 cos 5 pi by 11 divided by sine pi by 11. Sine pi by 11. After writing the formula, I will make little bit adjustment. Simplification. Now if you look at half into, this is sine 2a, sine 2 into 5 pi by 11, 10 pi by 11. This, now look at 10 pi by 11 can be written as 10 pi is nothing but 11 pi minus pi divided by 11. So pi minus pi by 11. If you split this pi minus pi by 11 into sine of pi minus pi by 11 divided by sine pi by 11. That means sine of 180 minus theta. Sine of 180 minus theta is nothing but, that means this is what, 1 by 2. Like that, just formula. 5 causes are there. You take first angle alpha. If angles are in AP, first angle alpha, beta is nothing but common difference, whatever it is there. Second angle minus first angle, and then substitute in this rule whatever alpha, beta, and n is there. Just I have substituted. After that, I got this one. Now sine A cos A is there. I have multiplied and divided. Little bit adjustment. Sine 2A. Now 10 pi by 11 can be written like this. Sine of pi minus pi. This and both will get cancelled. So that means this sum value is what, 1 by 2. Like that, sum of all sines or sum of all causes are there whose angles are in AP. Very important in examination point of view. When the angles are in AP, sines are cosine sum. Look at one more problem. Now look at what he is asking is sigma r equal to 1 to 1 to 6. sine 2r pi by 7. 2r pi by 7. This symbol is called sigma. Sigma means sum. Sigma means sum of terms. This sigma is nothing but r equal to 1 to 6. You substitute in this and then add terms. If r equal to 1, what you will get? 2 pi by 7. R equal to 2, you substitute. Sine 4 pi by 7. Next, r equal to 3 till 6. 6 pi by 7 plus, so 8 pi by 7 plus r equal to 5, 10 pi by 7. Whenever sigma is there, you substitute that r value. Then you will get the terms. R equal to 1, this one, R equal to 2, R equal to 3, R equal to 4, R equal to 5, R equal to 6, and then add all the terms. That sigma is called sum of terms. Now if you look at this angle, this angle, this angle, all the angles are in AP. All the angles are in AP. You have to observe. Angles are in AP. Right? Now alpha is what? If you are doing by this method, alpha is 2 pi by 7 first angle. Beta is nothing but second angle minus first angle. Common difference. 2 pi by 7. That means this is nothing but 2 pi by 7. Now n is how many terms are there? 6. N is 6. So what is the formula we have? Sine of alpha plus n minus 1 beta by 2 into sine n beta by 2 divided by n beta by 2 divided by sine beta by 2. This is the formula. Now if you substitute here, sine of alpha is nothing but 2 pi by 7 plus, so if you look at here, n minus 1 means 5 into beta 2 pi by 7 divided by 2 into sine n into beta by 2, n. So n is 6 into, substitute in place of beta, divided by 2 divided by sine 2 pi by 7 divided by 2. Just substitute in that rule. Now what you will get here? 2 cancel. So here 2 cancel, 2 cancel. Now whatever the result you will get, sine. So look at here. 7 pi by 7, that means pi. 7 pi by 7 means pi. Sine of 6 pi by 7 divided by sine pi by 7. Now this is sine 180. Sine 180 is 0. Sine 180 degree is what? 0. Sine 180 degree minus 0. That means this is nothing but sine 0 degree, that is 0. So summation is what? 0. Like that, this value is becoming 0. Right? Like that summation. This is by using this method. Right? So just I have found out alpha, beta, and then n number of terms, and then applied the formula. Nothing is there. Now this problem, this particular problem can be done in different way. Okay. This is 2 pi by 7. This is 2 pi by 7. If you look at 12 pi by 7, this is 2 pi minus 2 pi by 7. 12 pi by 7 is nothing but 2 pi minus 2 pi by 7. So this is minus sine 2 pi by 7. This and this will get cancelled directly. This is 4 pi by 7. This is 4 pi by 7. This is 2 pi minus 4 pi by 7. 2 pi minus 4 pi by 7 means minus sine 4 pi by 7. This and this will get cancelled. This is 6 pi by 7. This can be written as 2 pi minus 6 pi by 7. This and this will get cancelled. Directly also you will get. So, but if you are not getting the idea, then follow a direct method. If the angles are in AP, then find alpha, find beta, and then n, and then substitute in the rule. In both methods you can. Directly this and this will get cancelled. This and this will get cancelled. This and this will get cancelled. So answer is what? 0. In some cases we will not get the idea. In that case, if the angles are in AP, direct proceed in that way. Previous problem will not cancel like that. Like that, if sum of sines are there, sum of causes are there, and the angles are in AP. This method. Okay, one more problem. Sigma r equals to, look at sigma r equals to 0. What he has given is sigma r equal to, let us take 1. Sigma r equal to 1 to 18. Cos square r pi by 9. Look at one model. Cos square r pi by 9, like this given. Right? So now sigma means r equal to 1, r equal to 2, r equal to 3, and so on, r equal to 10. First, before expanding, what I will do is cos square a is nothing but first eliminate that square. Cos, I told the formula how to eliminate. 1 plus cos 2a by 2. Cos square a is nothing but 1 plus cos 2a by 2. 1 plus cos 2a. This is a. This is a. 2a. That means 2r pi by 9 divided by 2. The same only I have written like this. Cos square a is nothing but 1 plus cos 2a by 2. Now expand the sigma. Now r equal to 1. What you will get? R equal to 1. Cos 2 pi by 9 divided by 2. First r equal to 1 and then r equal to 2 and then r equal to 2. What you will get? 4 pi by 9 divided by 2 and then what you will get? 8 pi by 9 divided by 2 and so on and so on. Lastly, r equal to 18. R equal to 18. No need to write all the terms, right? And so on. R equal to 18. Wait, here I have done one mistake. 19. This is 19. Not 9, 19. Just change. 19. 19. Not 9, 19. So lastly, I will get 1 plus cos. If you substitute 18, what you will get? 36 pi by 19 divided by 2. Divided by 2. Just expand it. Here r equal to 1, this one. R equal to 2, r equal to 3, and so on, r equal to 18. So look at. Now 1, 1 and so on, how many is there? 18 ones are there. 18 ones are there. That means 18 1 by 2s are there. 18 into 18 by 2 plus 1 by 2 into, I am taking before cos 1 by 2 is there, cos 2 pi by 19 plus cos 4 pi by 19 plus cos 8 pi by 19 and so on, cos 36 pi by 19. So now look at here, these are 18 terms. Angles are in AP, look at first angle, this is second angle, third angle. Common difference is same. Look at alpha is nothing but 2 pi by 19. Beta is nothing but common difference 4 pi by 19 minus 2 pi by 19. That means 2 pi by 19. N is how many terms are there? N is 18 terms. Look at 2 pi by 19 to 36 pi by 19. 18 terms are there. Now for finding that sum, you can use the rule 9 plus 1 by 2. What is the formula I told? Look at cos of alpha plus alpha plus n minus 1. N minus 1 means 17 into beta by 2. Beta by 2 means, look at, by 2. This cos of alpha plus n minus 1 into beta by 2 into sine n equal to 18. 18 into beta by 2. Look at the formula in the notes. Divided by sine beta by 2. Divided by sine beta by 2. In that formula, just substitute. Then so 9 plus 1 by 2. 9 plus 1 by 2 into this 2 will get cancelled. So this 2 will get cancelled. This 2 will get cancelled. So what you will get here is 17 pi plus 2 pi. 19 pi by 19. 19 pi by 19 means cos pi. So here you will get 18 pi by 19. 18 pi by 19 divided by sine pi by 19. Now look at cos pi means cos 180 degree. So this is nothing but 180 degree minus 0. So 180 minus theta means minus cos theta. So this is what, minus 1. So this value is minus 1. Now sine 18 pi by 19. 18 pi by 19 is nothing but sine of pi minus pi by 19. Pi minus pi by 19. Look at 19 pi minus pi, 18 pi by 19. This is nothing but sine of 180 minus theta. So sine pi by 19. In place of those, you replace 9 plus 1 by 2 into, this is minus 1 into sine pi by 19 divided by sine pi by 19. This and this will get cancelled. So 9 minus 1 by 2. That means 18 minus 1. Answer is what? 17 by 2. Answer is what? 17 by 2. Like that, whenever square is there, cos square A, you write 1 plus cos 2A by 2. And then if you expand, I have separated 1 by 2s. Totally 18 1 by 2s are there. 18 by 2. So 1 by 2 common, and this is the All the causes of 18 terms whose angles are in AP. Take alpha, take beta and n, and then substitute in the formula. Then you will get the answer. Like that, how to do the summation of terms if the angles are in AP? Look it up. Common difference. Common difference. Correct. 19. Correct. Common difference is 2 pi by 4 pi by 19 minus 2 pi by 19. This angle minus this angle. If you take the LCM 19, 2 pi by 19. Right? Look at next. Coming to the next concept, maximum and minimum values. Maximum and minimum values of trigonometric functions. Maximum and minimum values. Or extreme values. Maximum and minimum values are also called extreme values. Extreme values. Maximum means suppose in your class, suppose out of 100 in the exam, suppose a student got minimum marks of 20 and maximum marks 100. So in that class, what is the minimum? 20 marks. What is the maximum? 100 marks. What is the range of marks? Means 20 to 100. So below 20 nobody is there. Below 20 nobody is there. That means if marks varies from 20 to 100, so maximum value, maximum marks is what? 100 out of 100. Minimum marks is what? 20 marks out of 100. Those are called minimum and maximum values. So just like marks, you will have for trigonometric ratios. Look at maximum value of sin x, maximum value of cos x, like that. Suppose look at the identity here. Sin square x, suppose let us say sin square x plus cos square x equal to 1. So sin x is like this square. Suppose let us say, look at. So this sin x whole square plus cos x whole square is 1. Suppose let us say sin x is a. Let us say sin x is a, cos x is b. cos x is b. Then you are getting here a square plus b square equal to 1. A square plus b square equal to 1. Right? This is square plus this is square equal to 1. Now if I have asked you tell the minimum value of a and minimum value of a such that it is 1. So as this is square plus this is square equal to 1, so definitely each quantity here must be definitely less than or equal to 1, because this plus this must be 1. So definitely this a square is there, whatever you will get less than or equal to 1. Similarly, you will get less than or equal to 1. Suppose let us take an example. Let us take an example. Suppose a equal to 1, b equal to 0. What you will get? A equal to 1, b equal to 0. What you will get? This square plus this square equal to 1. Okay, now. So that is the maximum value of a. Maximum value of a, you will get only 1. This is 1, this is 0. So similarly, suppose a is minus 1 and b is 0. What you will get? This is minus 1 square and this is 0 square. That means minimum value of a is what? Minus 1. Maximum value of a is what? 1. Suppose you take more than 1. What you will get? Suppose this is 1.1 square. A is 1.1. 1.1 square means what? More than 1. That means this is crossing more than this is crossing 1. And even if b equals 0 also, then it cannot be sum is 1. That means definitely for a square plus b square equal to 1, definitely a must lie between. So definitely a must lie between minus 1 and 1 only. B must lie between minus 1 and 1. That means here minus 1 to 1. That means in between only values must be. Suppose less than minus 1, let us say. This is less than minus 1 value. Minus 1.1 you substitute here. It will cross 1. Even though if it is 0, then sum cannot be 1. That means definitely A must lie between minus 1 and 1. B must lie between minus 1 and 1. That means what is A? What is B? Like that. That means sin x value always lies between minus 1 and 1. Whatever may be the angle. If we substitute any angle here, suppose 30 degree, what is that? 30 degree 1 by 2, that lies between minus 1 and 1 only. Right? 60 degree root 3 by 2, that lies between minus 1 and 1 only. X equal to pi by 2, what you will get? 1. Whatever may be the angle, sin x always lies between minus 1 and 1. That means you substitute any angle. Similarly, cos x lies between minus 1 and 1. When it will get minus 1, one value is what? Suppose if x is minus pi by 2, then sin of minus pi by 2 is what? Minus 1. If x equal to pi by 2, what is the value? 1. Like that, for you substitute any angle, sin x always lies between minus 1 and 1 and cos x lies between minus 1 and 1. That means we will say like this, look at, let f of x, it will be called f of x sin x. Let f of x equal to sin x. So minimum value of f of x is nothing but minus 1. Maximum value of f of x is nothing but 1. Similarly for cos x, minimum value is minus 1, maximum value in some cases just sin x is called f of x. If we substitute x equal to pi by 2, f of pi by 2 is sin pi by 2. That is 1. In functions you will get again, for the time being, minimum value and maximum value. So sin x minimum value is minus 1, maximum value is what? 1. For cos x minimum value is minus 1, maximum value is what? 1. Suppose, okay. So now Suppose take this one, sin x minus 1 to 1, or it is also sin x will be written like this. Sin x belongs to minus 1 comma 1. Sin x belongs to minus 1 comma 1. That means this value lies in this interval minus 1 to 1. That is what? That value lies in the interval minus 1 to 1. This interval indicates that it will take a minimum value minus 1 and maximum value 1. Always it lies between minus 1 and 1, like that. Suppose look at sin x is there. Now if you square sin square x, sin square x, suppose sin x takes the values minus 1 to 1. Between minus 1 to 1, you square all the values. Then what you will get the minimum value of sin square x? Look at next. Sin square x, you will get the value 0 to 1. Okay. You take all the values between minus 1 and 1 and square all the values. Then what is the minimum value you will get? 0 if you square, you will get minimum value. Minus 1 if you square, what you will get? 1. 1 if you square, what you will get? You will get 1. That means the square of this, it will lie between 0 to 1. 0 to 1. Right? Sin square x always lies between 0 and 1. So for sin square x, minimum value of sin square x is what? 0. Maximum value of sin square x is what? 1. So sin square x always lies between 0 and 1 because it cannot be negative, because it is square. Right? Sin square x lies between 0 to 1. Next, similarly, suppose cos x lies between minus 1 and 1. If you square, then cos square x will lie between 0 and 1. Look at. If you square all the values between minus 1 and 1, you will get minimum 0 and maximum 1. Therefore, minimum value of cos square x is 0. Suppose if we substitute 90, it will be 0. Maximum value of cos square x. If you substitute 0, it will become 1. Suppose substitute x equal to 0, it will become 1. You cannot get negative values. That's why cos square x always lies between 0 and 1. Sin x minimum value is minus 1, maximum value is 1. Sin square x minimum value is 0, maximum value is 1. Cos x minimum value is minus 1 and maximum value is 1. Cos square x minimum value is 0 and maximum value is 1. Right? Next. Tan x. Suppose tan x is there. Look at tan x is there. Right? So tan x. Suppose you got the values. So suppose if you substitute x equal to minus pi by 2, what you will get? X equal to minus pi by 2. Tan of minus pi by 2. That means minus tan pi by 2. That means what is the minimum value? Minus infinity. Minimum value is minus infinity. Maximum value. Suppose if you substitute x equal to pi by 2, then maximum value is what? Tan pi by 2. This is what? Infinity. That means tan x you will get all the values. Tan x minimum value, tan x lies between minus infinity to infinity. Minus infinity means in negative, the least minimum value is minus infinity. That means it won't be having any definite value. Minimum minus 2, minus 3, minus 1000, minus 1 lakh, like that. Minimum value is minus infinity. Maximum value is infinity. Or otherwise we will say that tan x will take all the values, all the real values. Tan x, suppose if you substitute pi by 4, you will get 1. Tan 60, if you substitute, you will get root 3. Like that, all the values you will get for tan x. It lies between minus infinity to infinity. In functions chapter, I will tell again in detail. For the time being, tan x minimum value is minus infinity. Minimum infinity, minus infinity, maximum infinity. Just like it lies between minus 1 and 1. Here minus infinity to infinity. Minimum value is minus infinity, maximum value is infinity. Suppose if you tan square x, let us say tan square x. Suppose if you square all the values, then minimum value what you will get? Tan square x is always greater than or equal to 0. Tan square x. You square all the real numbers. Minimum value what you will get? 0. Maximum value you will get infinity. That means minimum value of tan square x equal to 0. Maximum value of tan square x is infinity. Look at this is perfect square. Minimum value is what? 0. Maximum value means what? If you substitute pi by 2, it will become infinity. That means tan square x always greater than or equal to 0. Tan square x always greater than or equal to 0. That means 0 to infinity it will lie. Minimum value is 0. Maximum value is what? Infinity. So like that. So sin x means minimum value minus 1, maximum value 1. It lies between minus 1 and 1. Sin square x minimum value 0, maximum value 1. It lies between 0 and 1. Cos x minimum value is minus 1 and maximum value is 1. Cos square x lies between 0 and 1. Tan x minimum value is minus infinity, maximum value is infinity. For tan square x will always be greater than or equal to 0. Minimum value is 0, maximum value is infinity. Like that, tan x. Suppose cot x. Similarly, cot x, it lies between minus infinity to infinity. Cot x similarly, it lies between minus infinity to infinity. Minimum value is minus infinity. Maximum value is infinity. Maximum value is infinity. Similarly, because denominator can be 0, cos x by sin x. When sin x becomes 0, it will become infinite. So just like tan x, just reciprocal of this only. So minimum value is minus infinity, maximum value is infinity. Maximum value is infinity. Similarly, suppose cot square x. Cot square x greater than or equal to 0. That means minimum value is 0. Maximum value is infinity. For cot square x, always cot square x greater than or equal to 0. So minimum value is 0, maximum value is infinity. Similarly, suppose secant x. Secant x, look at. Secant x, how it will be is, secant x will be either less than or equal to minus 1 or greater than or equal to 1. Look at. Because if you look at cos x, if you look at this is secant x is nothing but 1 by cos x. This is nothing but 1 by cos x. 1 by cos x. Now you know that cos x lies between minus 1 and 1. Now in the denominator, the value is between minus 1 and 1. It's reciprocal. Its reciprocal will not lie between minus 1 and 1. You take any value between minus 1 and 1. Suppose let us say minus 1 by, suppose minus 1 by 2. Look at here. 1 by minus 1 by 2. What you will get? Minus 2. This will always be less than or equal to minus 1 or greater than or equal to 1. Can it lie between minus 1 and 1? Because the denominator lies between minus 1 and 1. If you take any value and substitute in the denominator, then you cannot get between minus 1 and 1. That means secant x will never lie between minus 1 and 1. That means either it will be less than or equal to minus 1 or greater than or equal to 1. Because in the denominator, it is a value between minus 1 and 1. So it is secant x is nothing but 1 by cos x. Let us say cos x equal to 1 by 2. If you substitute here 1 by 1 by 2, what you will get? Secant x 2. That means that is greater than or equal to 1. If you substitute cos x equal to minus 1 by 2, what you will get? Secant x equal to minus 2. That means we can say that secant x will be either less than or equal to minus 1 or greater than or equal to 1 or greater than or equal to 1. Suppose take an example, look at secant 60 degree. Secant 60 degree. This is what secant 60 degree means, 2. So this is greater than 1, right? Suppose secant 0, what is that? 1. Secant 0 is what? 1. Suppose secant 120 degree. Secant 120 degree. What is this value? Secant of 180 degree minus 60 degree. Secant of 180 minus theta means secant theta. That means minus 2. Look at here. So this is a value less than minus 1 only, less than minus 1. Suppose secant 180 degree. This is what? Secant of 180 minus 0 degree. So second one minus secant 0. This is what? Minus 1. That means always whatever the value you will get, it will be either less than or equal to minus 1 or secant will be greater than or equal to 1. It will never get a value between minus 1 and 1. Whatever may be the angle here, if you substitute, it will not lie between minus 1 and 1. It will be, its value will be either less than or equal to minus 1 or greater than or equal to 1, like that. Next point is secant x will never lie between minus 1 and 1. Will never lie between minus 1 and 1. As cos x is lying between minus 1 and 1, as secant x is its reciprocal, it will never get a value between minus 1 and 1. Next, suppose if you square secant square x, look at secant square x. Let us say secant square x. Look at all the values. Square this one, square this one 4, square this one, what is this 1, square this one, what is this 4, square this one, what is this 1. What is the minimum value? You will get 1. Secant square x will always greater than or equal to 1. Because all the negative values will also become positive values if you square. So minimum value where you will get 1, maximum value you will get infinity. So minimum value equal to 1, maximum value equal to infinity. Secant square x will always be greater than or equal to 1. Secant x, it will be less than or equal to minus 1 or greater than or equal to 1. But if you square these values, look at this, you square, you will get minimum value 1, maximum value you will get, suppose this is 90 degree. What is secant square 90 degree? Infinity. 1 by secant 90 means what? 1 by 0 infinity. That means minimum value of secant square x means 1, maximum value is infinity. Like that secant x. The point you have to remember is secant x will not lie between -1 and 1. Next, cosecant x. Just like secant x, cosecant x less than or equal to -1, or in the same fashion, this is also reciprocal of 1 by sin x. This is also reciprocal of 1 by sin x. And denominator value lies between -1 and 1. Same logic will apply here also. That means as the denominator is lying between -1 and 1, if you reciprocal that number, it never lies between -1 and 1. So cosecant x will be either less than or equal to -1 or greater than or equal to 1. It will never lie between -1 and 1. It will never lie between -1 and 1. So that means cosecant x will never lie between. Again, you will get in functions chapter. For the time being, remember these values. In a fundamental manner, I am telling. In functions chapter, it will be told in detail again. For the time being, what you have to know is what is the minimum value of sin x -1, maximum value of sin x 1, right? Sin x always lies between -1 and 1. Suppose I have asked sin x equal to 3 by 2. What is the value of x? Sin x equal to 3 by 2. What is the value of x? So you will not get any value because sin x will never be 3 by 2 because it is what? 1.5. Because sin x will always get the values between -1 and 1, right? So that is not possible. There will be no angle such that it will become 3 by 2. Just sin x lies between -1 and 1. If you get any value more than 1, it is not permittable because there will be no angle such that sin x equal to 3 by 2, like that. Suppose I have given sin x equal to -2. Is there any angle such that if we substitute x, it will become -2? Not possible because sin x will always lies between -1 and 1. So -2 is less than -1. That means you won't get that value. So no value of x you will write. Just like that. Next is sin square x. Sin square x will always lies between 0 and 1. Minimum value is 0, maximum value is 1. Suppose I have asked like this. Sin square x equal to 2. Is there any value of x? No, because its minimum value is 0, maximum value is 1. You won't get 2, right? Because it is not lying between 0 to 1. Suppose sin square x equal to -1. Do you get perfect square as -1? No value of x. Not possible like that, right? I have given cos square x equal to 5 by 3. Is there any x such that cos square x equal to 5 by 3? Not possible because cos square x where it will lie? Between 0 and 1 only. 5 by 3 is more than 1. Not possible. Next, tan x. Tan x always lies between tan x you will get any real number. Tan x equal 10, there will be x value. Tan x equal to -10, there will be x value. Because tan x you will get between -infinity to infinity. Any value you will get, there will be x, right? So like the tan square x, how it will be? It will always be greater than or equal to 0. If tan square x, suppose let us say -2, is there any x value? There won't be any x value. Minimum value you will get 0. Like that cot x where it will lie? -infinity to infinity. Cot x equal to -3. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible because it is a real value. Any real value is possible for cot x. For cot square x, it is what? It is greater than or equal to 0. From 0 to infinity, any value is possible because it is perfect square. Like that in cosecant x, look at cosecant x. Suppose you got cosecant x equal to 1 by 2. I have asked to find x. Is it possible? Cosecant x is 1 by 2, right? So it won't be possible. Cosecant x does not lie between minus 1 and 1. Suppose look at cosecant x equal to 1 by 2. What is sin x? Sin x is 2. Is it possible? Not possible. That means cosecant x equal to 1 by 2. You won't get any angle such that cosecant x equal to 1 by 2. Cosecant x does not lie between minus 1 and 1. Right? So like that, cosecant x will be either less than or equal to minus 1 or greater than or equal to 1. It will not lie between minus 1 and 1. Right? So next, cosecant square x is what? Greater than or equal to 1. Suppose I have given cosecant square x equal to 1 by 3. Is it possible? Cosecant square x equal to 1 by 3. Is it possible? Not possible, because 1 by 3 is less than 1. Cosecant square x is always what? Greater than or equal to 1. Not possible. There is no angle x. The answer is there is no angle x. Like that, secant x. Secant x will not lie between minus 1 and 1. Secant x will be less than or equal to minus 1 or greater than or equal to 1. Suppose I have given that secant x equal to 1 by 2. Is it possible? Not possible, because it does not lie between, it lies between minus 1 and 1. So it is not possible. Answer is not possible. Right? Suppose secant x equal to 4 I have given. Is it possible? So definitely possible. Greater than or equal to 1 it is there. So it is possible. It will be either less than or equal to minus 1 or greater than or equal to 1. Like that, secant square x is what? Greater than or equal to 1. Secant square x is greater than or equal to 1. So just like that, cosecant. So similarly, cosecant square x. Cosecant square x. It is what? Greater than or equal to 1. Cosecant square x will always be greater than or equal to 1. Like that, for trigonometric ratios, minimum value and maximum values. Just you remember minimum values and maximum values. In the functions chapter, you will again get in detail. There I will tell in detail. For the time being, just you know that sin x lies between minus 1 and 1. Cos x lies between minus, don't go in depth. Not necessary here. So sin x lies between minus 1 and 1. Secant x does not lie between minus 1 and 1. Cosecant x does not lie between minus 1 and 1. Tan x, it will take any real value. Cot x, it will take any real value. So sin square x lies between 0 and 1. Cos square x lies between 0 and 1. Tan square x greater than or equal to 0. Cot square x greater than or equal to 0. Secant square x greater than or equal to 1. Cosecant square x greater than or equal to 1. Just remember those values. Look at. So finally, what you have to remember is this. Look at. I will list down once again. I will list down in detail. Sin x always lies between minus 1 and 1. Regarding sin x, these two you have to remember. Sin square x lies between 0 and 1. These two regarding sin x, and regarding cos x lies between minus 1 and 1. And cos square x lies between 0 and 1. Right? These two regarding cos. And cosecant x less than or equal to minus 1, or cosecant x greater than or equal to 1. This is the one. And cosecant square x always greater than or equal to 1. Always greater than or equal to 1. This is regarding to cosecant x. Similarly, secant x. Finally, you have to remember this one. or secant x greater than or equal to 1. These two, secant square x greater than or equal to 1. These two regarding secant x. Similarly, tan x lies between minus infinity to infinity. Tan square x always greater than or equal to 0. Next, cot x. Cot x lies between minus infinity to infinity. Cot square x. If square is there, this is the table. If normal trigonometric function is there, this is the table. Minimum and maximum values. So this and this you have to remember in this chapter. Right? Now look at. Suppose converting an expression a sin x plus b cos x plus c. A sin x plus b cos x into single sine or single cos. Look at here. Here in this expression, sin x is there, cos x is there. Sin x and cos x both are involved. This expression, suppose I want to convert into only sine. This expression I want to convert into only cos. Look at how. The thing is multiply and divide. Multiply and divide with root of a square plus b square. Root of a square plus b square. Look at how to convert. Suppose an expression is there. Number one, look at convert root 3 cos x plus sin x in the form sin theta, let us say. Look at convert root 3 cos x plus sin x in the form sin theta. What we will do is first take sin x plus root 3 cos x. Right? Now look at this is a sin x plus b cos x. We will take a equal to 1, b equal to root 3. Look at a sin x plus b cos x. Before sin a you take, before cos b you take. Now find root of a square plus b square. Simple. Root of a square plus b square. 1 plus 3 that is 2. 1 plus 3 that is 2. Now this expression multiply and divided with 2. Look at, I am multiplying and dividing with 2. 2 into 1 by 2 sin x plus root 3 by 2 cos x. Just I have multiplied and divided with root of a square plus b square. Now if you want to write this in the form sine, you have to write in the form sine of a plus b. Look at here sine is there, here sine is there. This angle you write in cos. So cos, what is that? Pi by 3. Cos pi by 3 sin x plus. So this is cos is there, you write sine pi by 3 cos. You know the angle now, this half. If sine is there, write cos here, cos 60 sine x. This is what? Sine 60 cos x. Now look at here. This is sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. What is that? Sine of A plus B. Sine of A plus B means what? Sine x plus pi by 3. Look at this expression. I have converted like this. I have converted this expression and this expression are same. So this expression I have converted in the form sine, single sine. I have converted into sine. Like that, if you want in sine, just find root of a square plus b square and multiply and divide the expression. 2 into 1 by 2 sine x plus root 3 by 2 cos x. Here sine is there. You write cos of some angle, cos pi by 3 sine x plus here cos is there, sine you write opposite. If cos is there, sine pi by 3. Now you can observe that sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. That is nothing but sine of A plus B. So this angle, this expression is nothing but this expression. Suppose look at convert suppose root 3 cos x minus sin x into cos theta. Suppose you want to convert that into cos theta. Again same. A is what? Before sin x, whatever it is there, A. B equal to root 3. Look at it is like this. A sin x plus B cos x. Before sin x, what is there? A. Before cos x, what is there? B. That means root of A square plus B square. Find out. Root of, this is A square means 1 plus 3. What is that? 2. Now multiply and divide by 2. Multiply and divide by 2. 2 into root 3 by 2 cos x minus 1 by 2 sin x. Now look at this one. I want to write in cos. If cos is there, write this angle in cos. So 2 into, what is the angle such that it is root 3 by 2 cos 30 degree cos pi by 6 cos x minus sin pi by 6 sin x. So this is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. What is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B? Cos of A plus B. Look at it is converted like this. It is converted like this. So like that, whenever A sin x plus B cos x is there, if you want to convert that expression into only sine or only cos, multiply and divide it with root of A square plus B square. After multiplication with this, if you want to write in sine, one sine must be there, one cos must be there in everything. One sine must be there, one cos must be there. That's why half I have written in cos. This root 3 by 2 I have written in sine, such that it will become sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. In the next one I want to convert into cos. I have multiplied and divided with 2. Then I got this one. If cos is there, only write in cos. Because 2 cos's and 2 sines must be there. Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Then it will become cos of A plus B. Like that, whenever this expression A sin x plus B cos x is there, you can convert like that. Find maximum, all of you follow carefully, maximum and minimum values of. After telling this problem, I will tell a formula that is for the complete chapter. For Find maximum and minimum values of, let us take an example. I am telling an example. Sin x plus cos x plus 3. Sin x plus cos x plus 3. Look at. For this, what I am doing is I am taking sin x, this only, sin x plus cos x. Look at. Sin x plus cos x I am taking, right? This only you take, sin x plus cos x. Now a is what? 1. A sin x plus b cos x. Follow carefully. After that I will clear you. You will get the doubts in this. Look at. Look at. Whatever you will get the doubt, I will tell now. Okay. A equal to 1, b equal to 1. Okay, na? A equal to 1, b equal to 1. Root of a square plus b square. What is that? Root 2. Root 2. I am multiplying and dividing with root 2. I am multiplying and dividing with root 2. So root 2 into 1 by root 2 sin x, 1 by root 2 cos x. This, right? In the previous problem, I have multiplied and divided. So root 2 into. Now I want to write in sign. That's why I am writing cos. Your choice, but I am writing in sign. Sin x, this is cos pi by 4. Sin x, this is cos x. I am writing 1 by root 2 angle. I know this. So that means root 2. This is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Sin of a plus b. That means this can be written like this. Now take that our given expression. Sin x plus cos x plus 3. This is nothing but this can be written as what? Root 2 sin x plus pi by 4 plus 3. That means this is same as this one. This and this are same. Now look at what I am doing is I have to find maximum and minimum values of this one. Sin is their sign. So I know that this sign lies between minus 1 and 1. I have told that sign will always lies between minus 1 and 1. Sign will always lies between minus 1 and 1. This is sign only. It lies between minus 1 and 1. Right? So now this root, I am multiplying this with root 2. I am multiplying this with root 2. So if root 2 I will multiply, what I will get? Root 2. What I will get? I have multiplied with root 2 completely. So I will get minus 1 into root 2, here root 2 into this, here root 2. Now completely I am adding 3. Look at 3 minus root 2. I am adding 3. Add 3. So what you will get? Root 2 plus 3. Root 2 plus 3. Root 2 plus 3. Plus 3 here also in the middle. Just minus root 2 plus 3 this one. Root 2 this plus 3 and root 2 plus 3. Now look at 3 minus root 2 less. This is nothing but this one. Sin x. This and this are same. Less than or equal to root 2 plus 3. That means this will lie between this value and that value. Therefore, minimum value. Look at. Minimum value is nothing but 3 minus root 2. This is the minimum value. That side, what is that? Maximum value is nothing but root 2 plus 3. This expression always lies between 3 minus root 2 to root 2 plus 3. That means minimum value is this side value 3 minus root 2. Maximum value is what? This side value root 2 plus 3. Look at, you got, suppose you will ask like this. Look at. So I have proved that this value and it will place between this and this value. Suppose you will have doubt. Look at. So we have asked the minimum value. Let us say minimum value. Let us say this is -1. This is -1. 3 minus 2 is what? Minimum value. 3 minus. Suppose you have substituted -1 here. Sin x. Here you have substituted -1. What you will get? 3 minus 2. What is the value you will get? 1. What is the value you will get? 1. But here minimum value what you got? 3 minus of 1.414. 3 minus of 1.414. Look at, you have substituted like this. Look at. Somebody substituted like this. Sin x value, cos x value -1. Then calculate it. What is the value you will get? 3 minus 2, 1. Right? Can you substitute like this? Look at. Can you tell an angle for which sin x is -1 and cos x is -1? You have substituted sin x value -1, cos x value -1. Is that possible? Are they both -1? Can you tell one angle such that sin x is -1 and cos x is -1? No angle will be there. No angle will be there. That means whenever sin x equal to -1, cos x cannot be -1. So substituting like this is what? Wrong. Because both can, for both -1 there won't be any x. Suppose some people will substitute like this. Look at sin x equal to 1, cos x equal to 1. 1 plus 1 plus 3. What is that? 4. What is that? 4. What is that? 5. You got 5. You got 5. Look at sin x equal to 1 means x is what? 90 degree. 90 degree. Cos x cannot be 1. Cos x will be 0. If sin x equal to 1, cos x is what? 0. That means sin x and cos x both cannot be 1. For any angle, both cannot be 1. That means you cannot substitute both -1. You cannot substitute both 1. You have to proceed like this. Whenever you want minimum and maximum values, you have to proceed like this. So minimum value here is what? 3 minus root 2. Maximum value is what? 3 plus root 2. Now look at, if you have any doubt, ask regarding this. I am enabling the chat. వినపడుద్దా ఇక్కడ ఇక్కడ సౌండ్ ఇయర్ ఫోన్ ఇయర్ ఫోన్ నాపి